morning's here again. So let's do this, sugar. And no cream. Wake up slow, take that first sip. Shizzy's got 'em slipping, losing their grip. His moves so smooth to start your day. What you gonna do? Oh, you know the way. You know Papa don't flinch, don't blink. Ooh, baby, he's sharper than you think. Morning Whiz, take it in. Shizzy's got a whole new spin. Fools keep falling, truth's on fire. Papa Nut just lit the pyre. Oh no, they tried to come for him. Look at those fools looking so dim. They poke, they scratch, they beg, they plead. But I'm right here, waiting for my daddy to lead. Pour it black, shake off the night. Shizzy's teasing, get me going just right. Morning Whiz, start the show. Sip it slow, let it flow. Fools are crying, game's been set. Ooh, baby, they ain't seen nothing yet. Now that's a morning, sugar. Coffee's hot and burning. And Shizzy Daddy, oh, he's just getting started. Come on, Daddy, get me some of that something.
Oh my God, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry. They took it to the outrage.
Hey, how are you guys doing this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning? Good to see ya. Hello, Faves, Nancy. Good to see you. French Psycho, welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, Philip Kraft, good morning, good morning. We also, let's see who else we have in here. Looks like we got Rona. Hey, how you doing, Rona? Welcome. If this is your first time here, most definitely welcome. Hello, Terry Bear. Good to see you. Bonnie Heron, Aussie Tina. Man, oh man, you guys are just rolling on. And what a day it has been. It's been one of those crazy ones. Polymopicus, how you doing? Hey, Elf, how are you? Good morning. Yes, we are happy to have you here. Aussie Tina, I think I already got you. Welcome to another morning. I've been having way too much fun today. Well, I should say last night. Making some bacon and eggs, Serrano. Good to see you. Andrea Starkey, welcome. Oh my gosh, look at this. You crazy peoples. Frozen a-hole slipped into work with 10 minutes to spare. Nice. Nice. I love it. Ah, yes, Gail. How are you? Rolling. Keep them LOLcows rolling. My newest one. No.
I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. This swatting thing is still hanging over my head. I can't get anywhere with it. The amount of time I'm spending on it, and that's still out there. And I see when people are still talking, it's bothersome to me. I can't let that go. I also think some of my followers have hit their limit as well. Now granted, just so you know, there are plenty of people who love this. There are plenty of followers who live and breathe for this drama. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. Sorry, da-dee-da-da-da. frustrated with some things and almost reactivated. And then I was like, let's just day off, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start getting into fights with everybody. Valhalla had messaged me, I guess, when I was on a show and was asking about the Charlie Kirk stuff. And I responded to his email, and then I think I talked about it on whatever show I was on or whatever. And then he followed back with that message when I was on 24 on 20 yesterday. And at first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna respond. But then I was kind of like, why am I responding to this? Like, I kind of got mad about it. I was like,
good to see you, Sister Lynn.
Fuck. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. Sorry, not sorry now, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego. My sorry ass listens to a chorus bore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego.
Yes, that is my latest one. Yes. Sometimes you just get inspired by the stupid and crazy. And in case you didn't miss it, you could first hear that over on Megan Fox's. Yeah, there was a little bit of spicy going on yesterday. Is she farting? No, she's making this weird sound to fill in dead air. It's the craziest thing that I've ever heard. Good to see you, Dawn. Good to see you, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Tracy Spencer, welcome. Yeah, it is the craziest thing. Now these people have doubled down in the past 24 hours. In the past 24 hours, it's gotten even crazier. I mean, let me explain here for you, of those of you that may be new or joining in and not understanding. We've got a couple of people that decided, well, one in particular, we'll just call her the Coors Boar. Yeah, she shows up accusing the Broken Baker of some pretty horrible stuff, and it becomes very clear that what she's saying is not true. If you hear both sides of what's happening, you know, she reached out to him, had private conversations, and then whenever she started sending sex toys to him, he was like, okay, something's not normal about this. I need to cut this off, any communication off. Showed that he got the items, mocked it because it's weird, especially whenever you have grandkids, you know, and you can't have these items just sitting around your house. And, you know, also, you know, YouTube rules really won't let you have some of this stuff on screen because, well, it breaks all kinds of terms of service. So he cuts things off. And are they decent toys? No, these are adult toys. We're talking, you know, fleshlights, things like that. Maybe it was a joke. It doesn't matter. It's still creepy. Spends over $800 just in shipping. That doesn't include the price of whatever this stuff cost that went in the trash. After reaching out to him, he cuts it off and sits with this for months, with this person constantly reaching out to him. And he's cut off all communication. Somebody jumps in on the bandwagon and goes balls to the wall after him for whatever reason, don't know. Could be to create content. You know, that's the way that it appears. And we're talking about someone that has 10,000 plus subs. Goes after him, saying that he's wrong in all this. Goes so far as to calling him a predator. Not just any predator, but a child predator. No apologies. People are saying, hey, what you doing? Inappropriate. Sharing private messages between two people, trying to make these people to be bad characters. Going after Valhalla Waits. A lot of you guys know who Valhalla is. Going after him, going after anybody that goes against them. In the meantime, their channel has gone from that 10,000 to below 9,000 and still dropping. Because people are seeing how vile and vicious this person is. Good morning, Miss Vixen. Good to see you. And the person that started all of this crap, that could have easily been avoided had they listened, it could have gone so much of an easier way. And we're going to show a little bit of their behavior so you understand the kind of person that you're dealing with here. And the things that they say and how fast those things flip, right? So you got this person right here that decides to jump in, start going on the attack. And the voice might get a little bit annoying, but bear with me. Now, she's promoting. This is within 24 hours. This is what she's saying.
Love to stream with Nicky Rackets in his afternoon stream. Do you know that I don't even want to say it.
And dude, I don't know who this person is Kane or whatever. Why? Just why? Why are you sitting here, eating your dinner while, turn off the camera. I mean, really have a little self-decency, a little self-respect.
Nicky Rackets is a good buddy. He might be on my show before he was ever on Baker's. So
that's the guy that they said's like a crackhead, right, or something.
Yeah, he's very.
Yeah, both of these. Yeah. We showed a little bit of this the other day.
All right.
He's a big.
Well, I like
Fuentes
crackheads
guy.
a lot. Crackheads are great people.
He's a big Fuentes guy.
Well, he's in then. He's in. Yeah, that just upsets me that she thinks she has to do. I mean, I guess I can't believe her husband went along with that.
Listen,
It doesn't seem right.
I have two thoughts. I really didn't like it when I don't blame Jess for this at all because I don't think he should be blocked, but the audacity of Baker to show up in her afternoon stream, he doesn't show up till the end. And basically the apology wasn't good enough because he demands she repeat it, right?
What a mistake.
Big
morning. Big mistake. I mean, look, as a family, you make a decision.
Yeah. She's very, very much trying to be friendly.
It was a mistake. I think
as friendly as possible.
Well, I trust Jess's instincts of, I would never question if she thinks it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. You know.
Note this. This is more than 24 hours ago. That's what she had to say. I respect Jess's instinct. Oh, I'm totally down with Jess. Totally down with Jess. I mean, everything that she does is, you can't beat this to this.
Right.
Blocked her.
Correct.
Oh shit, that's big news.
And this goes for everyone in the chat. If I catch one more person fucking apologizing to one of these cunts on my behalf, I'm gonna lose it. Stop apologizing on my behalf. I'm not sorry for what I said to that woman, Lori. She's a cunt. And I'm not sorry for what I said to Messy Jessie. Stop apologizing to either of them. I don't apologize. I double down. Die in a hole. Lori H next to your son. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. This is how fast she turned. Within no time at all. It just completely flips her shit.
My chat, when you came in and you said, by the way, conveniently all our chats are gone, so I can't prove it. When she came in and said horrible, nasty things about my dead friend a month and a half ago, and I said what I thought about her parenting leading to her dead son, cry about it. You were in my chat. If you don't like it in my chat, get the fuck out. I'm allowed to say whatever I want in here. Don't go crying then to Jolene, and then it leads to my dead best friend's parents getting a phone call last night in real life.
Yeah. She absolutely loses her garbage on people. And here she is going on
I asked for everybody to let me get through this, so let me talk
about her.
about it, please. Okay, relax. And Jessica Walsh cannot crash out right now. Just let me out. I don't need that going on right now. Just either win or whatever, okay? Either you want to hear the other side and where people
What
are
did
coming
we
from, or
say?
you live in a space where
What did we say was going to happen with these people? What was it that we said was going to happen?
You're muted.
Okay. So I understand. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So I understand that when you were hearing those things in the beginning, those things were hurtful to you. I knew that because I saw you reacting in the chat.
I've
Like-
listened to the entire stream 3 times today.
So
3 times. This is what we told you was going to happen. That this right here would happen. These people will eat themselves up. Absolutely angry trash. It is. These people will eat themselves up. They will go at each other's throats.
when it was happening, I saw you getting upset. And so I shut that part off so I couldn't see it. I wanted to get through it. I'm very confident that what I was saying in the beginning was what the woman said to me. Like those were, I was saying to every.
And you see how fast she changes her story. Oh, this is what some woman said to me. And I was just repeating what this woman said to me. Just back and forth at each other. We're happy you're not down for long, Frenchie. Yes, definitely. Definitely take care of yourself. Hey, King Bob. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, this is how fast they start rotating things around. She is, you can tell right here how pissed off she is at her. She is absolutely bent, hell bent out of shape. The look on her face right here, that is one pissed off person. Just absolutely steamed. Like, I want to take you down. I want to make you hurt. All the horrible people. Horrible people, the horrible people.
It did cause me to pause about everything.
And, is that okay?
But her words are coming from her. But they're coming from her.
Directly from Val, in fact.
But they're coming from the caller, not from me. I was sharing that.
But what I'm trying to express to you is that the fact that it would give you pause to rethink what you think about me is hurtful to me.
It wasn't about it wasn't pause to what I think about you. The caller was representing what I believed, and I said this at the beginning, was a
beginning. Like, really, this is how bad they go. Just listen, and listen some more. Oh, good to see you, gal.
And that it was all related to a friend that passed away. But I am telling you,
all those times, it wasn't really about like having a problem getting dumped, so to speak. It was, I can tell you off. It's Spidey.
You didn't get dumped. How many times do you have to tell these people you didn't get dumped? There was nothing there in the first place. Better to be pissed off than being pissed on. Yeah, true. Oh, they're both manipulative female dogs. We call them biatches here. It was amazing to me to see how fast, how easily these two spiraled out. And they're going to kiss and make up within the next 24 hours. They'll be all buddy again. Oh, you're my friend, because they're both losing the subs. They're seeing that count go down. She dumped herself. Yeah, hey, Miss Vixen. She dumped herself. This little group of people have issues. And it's not about actually talking about anything except for their little fifis that are constantly getting hurt. Oh, you did this to me. You slighted me here. You said this. You got this guy right here that, has been saying probably this is the most horrible shit about this person here. And she's been talking crap about him. And they've just been back and forth. Like, it's this cyclical bullshit. And what these two don't understand is this right here, these two right here are no different than this person right here. It is like this triangle of hate. Which Jess was after Baker? You want to know which Jess was after Baker? It's actually this one right here. This one right here has been after Baker forever. He had to remove her from his streams where she can't post anything. You know, it's gone so bad that Baker is like, it's beyond apologies. It has gone so bad that this one right here, the one with the puffy sleeves, which we found out yesterday, those aren't puffy sleeves. It's gone so bad that she is trying to find a way to get out of this. So these two are trying to find a way. She seems to be doubling down on her hatred. I mean, she's just like losing it. Like she's livid. Like, I just want to crush somebody. Why won't you listen to me? Why aren't you helping me? She started going after other people whenever they ask questions. The obsession over these, it is unbelievable. Now you think the Rapuzzi was repugnant. These right here have doubled down even more so. And don't be fooled. You've got this girl that this sounds like they've been in pretty close communications with Rapuzzi. They're starting to get all buddy. I would say within the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot more insanity coming from both this group of people that have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Hales. They don't even know who Hales is. And those people are going to end up going right after Jeremy Hales. This group right here will constantly be coming after Megan. They'll start coming after Tug. They'll start coming after my good friend Mo in the Deep End, Valhalla. They're trying to bring all these other people into their bullshit. It is becoming more and more people. We've seen this kind of crap happen before on the interwebs. It's not people that you're just like, why are these people even communicating? They don't know anything about what's going on. And it's going to turn into this big hate-filled thing because they're already starting to say the same words. All you have to do is listen to the crap that they're saying. They're starting to say, oh, the only reason that they're doing it is for YouTube content. The only reason that they're covering it is for YouTube content. No, we have YouTube content and you've turned yourself into that content. We're talking about you being complete shitbags. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And I get to sit back and watch and laugh at all this stuff. Like, seriously, the amount of humor that these people have provided is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The kind of crazy shit that you get to see is going to blow your mind away. Whenever you start digging into all of the lore of this, oh, it gets bad. It gets really bad. See if I've got this one here. Let's see. We've got, I think it's in this one right here. Hold on. I want to make sure I got the right one here. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. This is what I wanted to share with you right here. So So check this out, and I'll bring this up. Hey, Bonnie Heron says, I'm in here for the music with the $4.99. And oh yes, if you haven't, hit the thumbs up, show some likes, show some loves. We'll see some crazy, and I appreciate you. That's why you keep my nuts nice and warm. That didn't come out right. I'm here for the music. I can't take another bunch of crazies. Bonnie. Oh, the music comes out because of the crazies. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I appreciate it. And for the $4.99, it does keep it nice and warm in here. You're here for the music. I can't take on another bunch of crazies. Yes, there's bunches of crazies. But they've already started making their little hit lists. Oh yeah, they've started making their hit lists 24 hours ago. At least Mo can be comforted in knowing that she has made someone's list. Just listen. This is going to be really important. Mo, I do apologize that you've been added to a list now.
Well,
if you come on, you chain smoke, and you fucking drink on stream, this could be you.
Okay, so this is Messy Jesse. Let's actually.
So where are we? I mean, this was supposed to be the opening segment. It wasn't supposed to go an hour.
So Baker mentions someone put together a list that so this is the list Messy Jesse put of people. I guess Jess and I have a problem with. Baker.
Yeah, the group of people that they have a problem with. Look at this. You've got people that I have a problem with. Jessica Walsh, Jessica Machado, people that Jessica Walsh has problems with. So this person says they have a problem with Jessica Walsh, Jess Machado, which the two Jesses, the crazy ones, the people that Jay, the Boers whore has problems with, which would be this person, Messy. They have a problem with Baker, Will the Glare, Emily C. From what in the world? Danny, Dean, Mary B, Jolene, Val, which is a female Val, Sparkly, Causey G, Stupid April, which is just crazy April. Stupid April's pretty awesome. Lori H, Cyber Chick Boston, anyone who participates in Rat House's show, Lawleen, Lubin, Dubin, Boston Amy, Common Sense Investigator Lauren, the one with the beautiful teeth. The Expert, Valhalla, Megan Fox, Mo in the Deep End, Cyber Chick Boston's sisters, all of them. Yeah. Well, let's see what she has to say about it.
Cited it today on the stream. This is a list of people that I don't give a single fuck about. Okay. And by the way, I have no problem with Emily whatsoever at all. Why are Danny and Mary B listed separately?
Well, you did have that nasty comment. You have to own that. You know?
Well, there's a category. I didn't say anything nasty about Emily. All I said was people writing nasty.
I got your back, Emily. I got your back.
Okay. She did leave a comment with 2 fan emojis for you, so she's your biggest fan.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
But I will put Messy Jesse jukes the sacks here. Look at 5, 6, and 7 are Dean, Danny, and Mary B. She has item 15. Is anyone on Rat House? So that's number 1. Number 16. But who the fuck? Can somebody tell me who Boston Amy is?
I was wondering who that was. I saw this list. I was wondering.
Number 19. Valhalla waits. Well-known, hottest of all Baker's friends. I have no problem with him. Mo in the Deep. I have no this is a list of people. I give 0
I don't know.
shits
Mo in
about.
the Deep, is he a cool guy or?
See what she says? She must have lost her butt plug. It's a possibility, Malin. It's a very big possibility that she lost it. Comes some of it, but Expert comes on. Too late. I barely made it through, Mug. Yeah. It's now earlier it was on Megan's show, just on Megan's show, the stuff that was going on, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a girl. You would hate
You got a
her.
problem with Cyber Chick Boston's sisters? I
No.
don't even know them.
It was a list of people. This is a list of people I think about.
This is a list of people that you've attacked. You notice, she says, well, I have no problem with Emily C. So everybody else, she's saying, I don't. And then she skips over the people that she clearly has a big problem with. Some of them, it's just a mild hatred, just a small one. You got to have just a little hatred for them. Crazy. Crazy. It's just a small. If she has no problem, then why make a list? Somebody else made the list, pointing it out, her issues. Pointing out her issues with these people. But they double down. They double down.
0% of the time. I only bring them up if somebody asks me about them.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
Who's Lori H?
Psycho.
I don't even know who most of these people are.
Oh, you don't know her? You don't know Lori H?
Oh, no.
I don't even know who they are. Then Messy. So I am calling the local precinct where Messy lives tomorrow because I got to start a record. In all honesty,
it's getting a little scary now. It's time to get real.
In all sincerity, I am.
So this is the kind of behavior that they have too. I'm going to call their local precinct.
It's not even, I'm not fucking around it. I'm done. Then she puts this. Firstly, Messy Jessie, Twitter is a private business, not the government, you dumb cunt retard. My account is protected by the First Amendment. There's nothing I can be sued for. I didn't threaten to sue you, bitch. I'm calling the police to inform them of your unwellness. There's nothing.
You see their behavior? Fleece a move? Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the behavior. And now why do you think that we've all looked at this and said this behavior is inappropriate? This behavior, hey, Legal Tubes, good to see you. Hey, if you guys haven't subbed up to Legal Tubes, go show Legal Tubes some love. Legal Tubes has some good content. Come on, build that channel. We love it. We love it. Keep it up, Legal Tubes. She got crazy because everyone was coming up with the names for her. I'm not involved with this wide-ranging hail situation because of the crazies. I'm involved because I watched What the Hails for years and the Otter Creek Madness. Absolutely slow-moving giant. That's correct. So the behavior that these people are exhibiting, oh, I'm just going to call their local precinct and report them. This right here shows that the behavior of these people, and whenever they get called out on it, like these are bad ideas. Why do you think for the longest time, everybody that was supporting Jeremy Hales would tell you, do not reach out to these people. Do not contact these people. Don't say anything to them. Let the local authorities have it. Don't go reporting them. Don't be calling CPS because you don't know what's going on there. The only thing that's happening is you're coming in, you're saying, hey, I saw something that somebody said on YouTube for making you laugh. I know. The fun police. They're asleep in my head. We've said multiple times, don't reach out to these people. Don't be calling CPS just because of something that you heard on the interwebs. All this does is lead to more problems. Don't be calling the police to report them. Don't be doing all of this crap unless you are directly seeing this, not something on the internet. Don't poke the rapid trash panda. No. Let them go. Let them live. Let them leave. Let them do their business. There's already people that are handling this. And whenever you involve in it, it makes it worse on everybody. Her doing this kind of thing is causing people to reach out, stir up more shit, and somebody will end up getting hurt. And it probably won't be the intended person. We saw the same crap happen with Travis. You've got the police showing up. You've got a kid wearing a ski mask because he doesn't want to have his face on camera. You have the police show up to Travis's whenever he's setting off fireworks, saying that someone's out there firing a firearm at their house. That could have gone so bad in so many different ways. And they would have claimed innocence in all of it. Well, it wasn't my fault. It was their fault for even having this person out there. Like the chain of events of bad things that can happen is unbelievable. That, you know, it's just like somebody up there is looking over these people, because the amount of bad crap, the bad juju that they're putting on each other is insane. They've done this with Jeremy. They've done this with Expert. They did this for an FNL. People somebody reached out, called the police, and said that a guy walked into this building where they were having an event carrying an AK-47. Luckily, in Tennessee, which is not like one of these other states that you may run into, that would not seem abnormal. Luckily, the police came by to investigate. They contacted the owner. And they turned all that information over to the FBI to look into it. The FBI is handling it. They're the ones that will be investigating it. It's sealed right now. You cannot view any of what's going on. This is the bad crap that ends up coming out of this. At some point, the FBI will conclude exactly what happened, and it will be a big possibility that somebody will be going to jail. It may not happen immediately. That usually is the case, because once they finish their investigation, somebody will probably end up in jail. More than likely, sitting in front of a judge, having to explain themselves. And the last thing they want to do is be one of those people that goes, well, it was just a joke. Well, that joke is going to get you time behind bars. They don't get it. They don't get it. This kind of behavior, unacceptable. The behavior of reaching out and just to cause problems. Just to cause problems.
Outside of me speaking to character. Really? Who called the police on me twice, you stupid cunt? J7 wants to sue someone, go after Meredith or Jolene. But I'm not it. You're an online bully, J7, period. Okay? So with that being said, I think I'll play my new single.
Your new single. No, we're not going to listen to your new single train of bullshit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Okay, but it's not the same situation as Baker at all. So I think sometimes you want to say you're starting to believe these people that I'm like.
That's not true.
It feels that way sometimes.
Well, I think your feeling is that I have never pushed back on you on some things or governed you at all, because I don't believe in that. And I think that it maybe makes you think that there's like a blanket approval about the way that you act. I don't agree with some of the things you do. If Baker blocked you from the chat, I would have never made fucking 5 different accounts to go back into the chat. I would have just fucking.
And you hear it right there. You hear exactly the behavior. Machado says to all you people, I made 5 different accounts just so I could get back into his chat. 5. Who has time for that shit? I told everyone to follow me on eggs, and obviously meant X. Well, follow you on eggs. Well, would I have to ride the egg? Those are some pretty big eggs. Pretty big eggs if you're going to have to ride on eggs. Wow. That's messed up. Yes, Stacey Nat. This is the behavior. If you don't like somebody, you walk away. You say goodbye. Love it when she actually tells on herself. Yeah. You heard what she said, though. 5 different accounts. Listen again.
Or governed you at all, because I don't believe in that. And I think that it maybe makes you think that there's like a blanket approval about the way that you act. I don't agree with some of the things you do. If Baker blocked you from the chat, I would have never made fucking 5 different accounts to go back into the chat. I would have just fucking taken the L and moved on.
5 different accounts just to go back in the chat. I think she's talking about J7 making 5 different accounts just to go into Baker's chat. 5 accounts. Just so she could get back into the chat. Meaning police, FBI did not find funny. They will get jail time. And that most likely they will. Yeah, you took it as J7 made the account. You're right, Christine. That's how I take it too. It wasn't Machado, but it was her. It was J7 making 5 different accounts to go back into Baker's chat. At what point do you say, hey, maybe you're the bad one here. Stop harassing me. I've kicked you out. I've kicked you out of here. I don't want to see you in here anymore. Move on with your life. Morning, Rosalind. Good morning. How you doing? We know it was definitely Jason. The Boers Coors, the Coors Boer. Yeah. It's no, just no. Can't even begin to tell you how bad of an idea all of this crap is. Like, why? Why would you do this? Why would you come in there? Why would you harass people? Why would you just continue on and over and over and over and over? It's so bad. So bad. And I think if Roz, if you want to join up, I sent over and you don't have to turn on your camera. You're absolutely fine the way you are. I sent you over on the X. I'm sure Roz has got a lot to say about this too. Oh.
On. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, I've said that, and I didn't agree with everything. A lot of what this person is
that stuff you and I have talked about before, and I understand the stuff about, you know, I want to die or want to come. However, you have made.
We talked about it on the show, and I think that was a moment.
Not where you should be doing this. Not where you should be doing this at all. No. If you are having a mental health crisis, being on the show, Rusky is usually the funniest one-liners. Yes. Roz has definitely some of the best one-liners. Mm-hmm. No, your mental health should not be on the interwebs. No, just no. I will show this just as a reminder. Just as a reminder to you.
Everything shown on this stream is either publicly available material, content that was previously posted by the original source, or my own protected commentary and opinion. Any documents, screenshots, or excerpts are redacted and displayed in compliance with YouTube's community guidelines.
This stream is for documentation, criticism, analysis, and public discussion. It is most explicitly not for harassment, not exploitation, and not arousal. I did not hack anything, intercept anything, steal anything, or sneak around like a raccoon in a dumpster. Everything here was lawfully obtained or sourced with consent.
This is also not cyberstalking for the mental midgets out there, meaning repeated targeted behavior toward a specific person, and that would cause a reasonable person substantial emotional distress and serves no legitimate purpose. Commentary, criticism, documentation, and discussion of public material with a legitimate purpose do not meet that standard, no matter how pissed off it makes you.
Being offended isn't a cause of action. Being uncomfortable isn't a crime. Making bad choices and then being shocked by the results is a personal journey, not a legal violation. Hurt feelings aren't illegal. Embarrassment isn't illegal. Consequences are not harassment. And your own behavior making you look bad because of your own choices is tragically 100% legal. Deal with it.
Hey, don't know the difference between a fact and an opinion, and you're already rage typing in all caps. This may not be the stream for you. And if any of this is genuinely making you spiral and you are in the need of a voice on the other end, pick up the phone. In the US, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for immediate support. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yes. And in case you guys haven't seen, this is Rosalind Duke's channel right here. Look at that. She is almost to 6,000. She's at 5.84. Let's see if we can get that number up. Let's see if we can get that number up. I want to see Rosalind's channel explode. I want to see it grow and grow and grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The lips monkey. No, that's monkey butts. That's monkey butts. You know, monkey butts. Yeah. Yeah. This is a good time for me to segue into this. Okay. This channel is for commentary. It's for watching all of the crazy. If you like the crazy, welcome to the Nut House. Hit that like, subscribe. If you want to go a step further, you can always throw money my way. It goes to keep the lights on. We appreciate you guys so much, and we appreciate all your support. Thank you. I'm, if not stalking, but impersonation. Just no, it's beyond stalking. MJ, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I must announce I did the YouTubey things. I do the YouTubey things. Yes, I did the YouTubey things for you guys. Oh, come on. It's definitely not what they said about you. You know. Well.
Moment where I was like, why are you doing that? And you're like, I don't know.
That's why I'm trying to say that yesterday or this morning rather, it's very obviously you're referencing this latest bullshit with Jolene. So if you didn't know about it, you didn't know about it. But that's why I say I would have appreciated a heads up about it. Because it's not the first time you kicked me out. You also read off a bunch of lies that people say about me. You call me.
Oh, go figure. Go figure. What did you expect? You're with people that don't look at anything. Monetize stupid. Exactly, Wes. Monetizing stupid is what we do. Good morning, TC. How you doing? Maylan, welcome, welcome. Yeah, monetize the stupid.
You're drunk.
Jessica, I didn't know whether or not you had been drinking. I don't know you that well to know that.
Why don't you ask?
Because she doesn't. G7. Coors Boar. Whenever you're on stream talking about how drunk that you're going to get, people can only assume. People can only assume. How many sock accounts as these crazies have their pattern? Yeah, there's a pattern there. There's a pattern there. But.
About what part? About the drinking thing?
Right. Before you go on the air and call me a drunk, you didn't want to. I mean, whatever.
Yes, you're right, Jessica. I should have been a little bit more responsible with some of those statements. Yes.
You should have been more responsible with like 90% of your statements. The Coors Boar. She doesn't need to ask you, Coors Boar. True. That is her opinion on it. No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just going to go ahead out there and say shit. I'm just going to do it. Why not? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh, like everything. Everything. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of energy that they spend going after all of these people, going at each other. It's like, man, get out there, touch grass. You will find it's a much better place to be in.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just, I'm just pointing out.
Everything sounds like a very big deal.
I think, honestly,
yeah,
I don't think I would be that upset about what happened this morning. If Kate is my dead best friend who killed herself, okay?
Stop with that. Stop with that.
Other things in play about me, my channel, all of these other things. I am trying.
She said in Minecraft, just in case you weren't listening. She said in Minecraft.
Trying to do the best I can. I don't know exactly how to do it. I did not succumb.
You don't know how to do it? You don't know how to not be an asshole on the internet. You don't know how to actually, maybe before you start saying bad shit, like look at yourself and go, well, should I not say that? Some of us suffer from beer glasses on a lonely night, but these folks have booze brains. That's what it looks like. Booze brains.
To the pressure from this person who I don't care what anybody says. This isn't somebody that was like tasked with doing this. It was a very organic.
I don't think they were tasked. I'm just saying to you, it sounds quite, I love you. Okay. But it sounds, and I'm not trying to criticize you, but when you,
as I criticize you, weaponizing, they don't even know each other. Oh,
say a person I never talked to, I called her up and talked for an hour. Then you repeat, she was completely misinformed about the baker stuff, but like, then she was right. She was helpful about the merchandise stuff. So that's great. But then you go on to like, why did you even have to repeat what she said about her personal thoughts about me? It didn't cross your
like the amount of spin that these freaks have to make it is astounding. It's absolutely astounding. The amount of crap, the way that they will spend, doesn't stop at all. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just like, why must you continue with this crap? Why? Oh, why? Like the behavior could have been stopped long ago, but they don't stop. Just like this. Just like this every single time.
So good, so good. Say the name, watch him freeze. Rosalind Duke has the keys. Receipts tucked in her sleeve. Trying to not panic, facts don't leave. Lit the fuse, then boom, clean cut. Brought rumors, she'll sweep that up. Talk tough online, better show with the proof. One look, one line, case closed by Duke. Duke. So good. It's Rosalind Duke. She brings receipts, losers move. Run and hide if you feel that truth. Say her name, Rosalind Duke. Duke. She'll knock out that too. So good. Yeah, Rosalind Duke. Lights down. One rule, bitches respect me or go fuck yourself.
Hey, Rosalind.
Good morning.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy, that's a good word.
Well, within 24 hours, how crazy everything's gone.
It doesn't stop. I mean, it's just every day it's something new. I'm like, oh my God, this is just insanity.
When I saw this, I was like, I mean, she is literally going off on Machado.
Yeah.
And then Machado comes on. Oh, no. These were not my thoughts. This was somebody else's thoughts.
Right.
I was just reading them. No.
Right.
No.
Well, what's crazy to me is that, the bore whore goes from bad bitch, like, screaming and yelling and crying and yelling and screaming and crying and yelling to, cowering in a corner and won't make eye contact with an avatar. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Super Roz. Yes. I do what I want.
I do what I want.
Well, and I had no idea that the Boers whore was out there making alternate accounts just so she could get back in Baker's chat.
Oh yeah.
Like, who does that?
Well, we know who does that.
Well, yes. At some point you just go, maybe the love isn't really there. Maybe it never was. Maybe it's me.
And here's the thing. These claims. So I'm just going to go back to J7's original claims, right?
Mm-hmm.
She claimed that the baker shut her out and then tried to run her off the internet. I'd love to hear how he did that, first of all. Two, I haven't seen any proof of him trying to do any such thing. I was never told to run her off. I was never told anything like that. I mean, I just don't understand where's the proof of that.
That's the thing. They don't show the proof. That
Because
it's
there isn't
intentional.
any.
Right. I mean, what they do is they do what they did with Valhalla. All right. They'll pull up an email out of context and read it online.
Right.
They'll pull that up and they'll say, look at what he sent to me. And then you get a response that's garbage, an absolute garbage response of them saying, well, I'll sit here and I'll type out this response to you, instead of just stopping, thinking about it, and responding. And I talked about this with Mo last night, because I don't think she had actually seen, all of that email exchange that Valhalla showed.
Right.
And her coming back and saying, well, I got this and this and this, and as if this is some sort of receipt. And he's going, okay, now I have more questions, because you're saying this program, what's the name of the program? You're saying this person right here for the program, what's the name of what's the name of this group that you're donating to? Put me in contact with them. Like, I want to be able to come out and say, you guys lay off. This is, she's saying exactly what she said.
Right.
That's how I got that. That was the impression I got from him. Like all I'm asking for is, you don't have to go online and show it. I can tone things down from people. Receipts are with the vets, receipts filled under E.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all she had to do, was just say, hey, let me get this stuff together for you so I can redact out what needs to be redacted out. So I'm not giving you any personal information. I mean, Nick Starro did the same thing. It was like, look, this is as easy. I donated to this supposed same group that she's talking about.
Right.
And this is how easy it was.
So easy as Sweet can do it.
Yeah, that was last month.
Right. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And then the spreadsheet she shared, shows the deductions, so shows the gross and the net, and the numbers still don't match.
Right.
And to be honest, other than the fact that she raised the money to go to a veterans fund, I don't really care. I mean, her people are happy, so whatever. But at the same time, I don't understand why you would create merch to support Charlie Kirk and then give it to a different organization. But okay, whatever. Far be it from me to figure that one out. But
well, I think that Mo hit the nail on the head. With what she said last night. This is a way of using it as a sword and a shield. So she creates this, giving it to a veterans association to basically, so if you come at her, you're basically attacking her deceased father that served in the military. And the whole time swinging a sword at you, saying, I don't have to prove it, because if you do force me to prove it, you're proving that you are the asshole here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just like,
I mean, she uses the same platforms I use for merch. I mean, I could very easily show you, but the spreadsheet says it all. I mean, that's exactly the information you need, but the numbers don't match what she donated.
Right.
So, did she miss one? Maybe. I don't know.
Did she miss one? Well, did she use it to pay somebody to, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Mo is for mowing her down. Mo is pretty damn brilliant.
She's very smart and she's very savvy. And I think we're all a little upset at just the general bullshit ass hattery of it all. And you go at us, we're gonna respond.
Well, I don't think they expected people to slap back and say, no, we're not going to tolerate, you coming after all these people. Good morning. Is Olap in here? Good morning, Olap. Oh, the
I
Olap.
cannot see the chat from my phone, so good morning.
Good morning, Olap. The Olap says, good morning. Hello, everyone. Make sure that you go and give Olap some love there. Olap's got
good
some
stuff.
really good stuff.
Get caught up on, you can get up on the history of all of it, just following some of those videos too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olap has a good breakdowns on there.
Mm-hmm.
Really good breakdowns.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be having my Moo2 stream on Monday.
Okay.
So it's just some of the people who've been personally targeted from her, and just telling their stories. So
targeted from which one of the Jesses?
Just from Machado. Machado, the potato. Yeah.
Machado, potato.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Well, that and I think that'll be really. So you're going to do that Monday? What time?
I'm trying to, get that shirt up as we speak. So so far I think I have 3 people who will be joining. So maybe there'll be more. I don't know.
Good.
We'll see.
Can't wait to see your lineup. That's going to be good. See, none of this has affected me whatsoever.
Right.
Except it's
she
pissed
can't even
me
figure
off.
out how to say your name.
I'm not worried about that. Nobody can. Except if you've been
That's
here
okay.
long
I'm just some other lady.
just some other lady. Did you see her list? I guess it was messy put in there. It was just like, yeah, all these people that you hate. And Mo made the list.
Oh, that's nice.
I was like, oh, Mo, you finally made the list. So you got some recognition for.
Looks like you made it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the post about her, that one person, I guess Bob's for Apples, which may or may not be J7. Calling her a lazy queef bag. And I was like, I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but ew. So of course I designed some merch for Mo.
For Mo, she appreciates it. Yeah, she's gonna have the merch out. Like she's gonna have queef bags.
Queen Laquifa.
Queen Laquifa. I love it. Oh my God. Mean girls get a little taste of their own medicine. See, but that's the thing is, and Mo has said this the same way. We're generally have been bullied all our lives.
All of our lives. Yeah.
So whenever you get someone like the potato, you just go, you're nothing. Shizzy is my favorite word, by the way. Too cool.
Shiz.
No, we've been bullied. There's nothing that they can say to us that it's like, really? That's the best you got.
Right. It's like you don't understand who my mother was. I mean, she woke up breathing fire, and it just got worse as the day went on. There's nothing you can say to me that would hurt me more than she could.
Yeah.
And that's that's your mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're a complete stranger that I don't really care about. So do your worst.
Well, and I'm here just to watch the crazy, and stand up for my friends because
right. I don't appreciate where this stuff with Val is going.
No.
It's really, I'm like, okay, I'm mad enough about what you said about Baker, but now you're going to do an attack on Val.
Yeah.
Like that's even double ooh. And I think we're losing sight of what really happened here.
Yes.
And my thoughts on it, and I'm probably going to let you go here in a second, but somebody threw a fit, timed it to happen right as Dollywood was going, so because she knew it would distract from what was happening at Dollywood, and we didn't let it, and that pissed them off. So somebody called in and made the call for the swatting or what have you, if you will. The swatting. We'll just call it the swatting, just for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow somebody thought we blamed the potato. Not one person blamed the potato. No one did that.
Nope.
Not to me. No one even suggested it was her. All of us have our own idea of who it was.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't her. And none of us will say it because we don't know.
Yeah.
And that's how things work. We don't accuse people until we know. And it's turned into this whole thing that's somehow about mean girls. I've been called a mean girl attacking a potato. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, she's acting like a clown. I'm going to call it out. And that's all there is to it. I have never once, I didn't go after J7, other than fixing her new merch that she used to Coors Light on her merch that she was trying to sell. I'm like, you can't do that. I fixed it. It's fine. I may have used a little artistic interpretation or what have you, but I fixed it for her. She didn't like it, but I haven't gone after her because I think she's not well.
No.
She's not well at all.
No, she's made that obvious and clear. People that are not well, you shouldn't be using the internet as therapy.
I don't think she's using it as therapy. She's using it as fuel.
you have to understand. All right. Well, let me give a little bit of explanation here, Polymop, because Tennessee is not Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
And whenever the call was made, the way that they handle it in different states is completely different. So there would be record of the call, but there wouldn't be, they would delete their logs because it turned out to be nothing. There was nothing going on for them. They sent someone out to investigate, and that's it. Now, all that information has been turned over to the FBI. If there is a 911 tape, if there is anything like that, all of that's been turned over to the FBI because it was a call about a firearm being used in some sense of a crime in a terroristic way. Right. All of that stuff would have been sent over to the FBI. You can FOIA
let's
it
be
all
very
you want.
clear. Yeah. It's not some guy with just a gun. It was a man with an AK-47.
Yes.
It's completely different. I mean, that's, adding on to the call, in my opinion. It's not just a gun. It's considered the mass, annihilator.
Mm-hmm. That right there causes big problems.
Right.
And so it's been forwarded over to the FBI. The FBI will conduct their investigation before anything comes out about it. More than likely, you will see arrests before you ever see anything about that investigation.
Right. And there was, the thing is that, been criticized because the show went on, but that's what we do is the show must go on.
Yes.
And in spite of how we felt about what happened, we weren't going to let it ruin it for everyone else. People were tuning in to see who all was there, to see who showed up and, see people actually interacting in person. Mm-hmm. And, there was a big crowd. It's the biggest so far.
Bigger than last year.
Yeah. I would say double.
Nice. Mm-hmm. That had to pack up the room.
It did.
I was there last year. I would have been there the year before. Whenever I think there was a tiny crowd. I think they tripled it the second year, and then last year was massive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, and it was great to see and meet people that I haven't met. I'm not always active in everybody's chat, so I've met a lot of new people there, and everybody was really sweet, and we had fun. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. But what are we going to do? Go on the air and act all panicked? I mean, what is that? Who has fun doing that?
Yeah, well, that's what they were hoping for. I mean, because what they don't understand is you're not using it to create content. That was not the purpose of Dollywood. The purpose of FNL Live was to have a group of people get together and have a good time. Forget about the week. You know, just like this Friday, you go over to watch the expert this week. It's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be there to have a good time.
Yeah.
Watch a group of people just like they're hanging out in a bar talking. Now, if you can take that picture in your mind, hanging out with a bunch of friends, you know, imagine that's what Dollywood is, except you're doing it in person. FNL Live was a group of people hanging out in a bar, sharing stories, making fun of each other, having a great time. Why would you spend your time talking about another trash human being coming in to stir up drama? Like they're the drunk at the end of the bar that starts shit and gets thrown out of the bar. Why are you going to talk? Why would you let that interrupt your good time? That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
Like they're the person that's going to act like this no matter who comes in, and they're going to try to disrupt because they want the attention. And if you don't give them the attention, they end up finding another target.
Right. So basically it boils down to this potato is trying to make it about her.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, she's continued to double down and triple down and quadruple down. And, you know, now it's gone so far as to have accused Baker of being a PDF file. And Valhalla is getting criticized for standing up for veteran founded charities. I honestly, I can't understand what the motivation is.
Well, I think their motivation behind going after Valhalla like that is they want to dox him. And they want him to come out and show proof that he's a veteran. That's coming next. And he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to show any of that. I've seen more than enough proof.
Yeah. Well, and also she threatened to dox him. I mean, she was, you know, she was pretty much going out and saying, she goes, oh, I know it was you who rented the facility, right? Right? It was you? Because she's got the name of who rented it. I mean, like, I don't know why that was shared, but here we are.
No, actually, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't know? Okay.
No, he didn't give out that information. The owner never gave out the information of who he rented it to.
Oh.
She's got the name of the owner, but she doesn't have the name of who it was rented to.
Okay.
And if she does, she might want to keep that to herself, because the shitstorm that she could start would not go good for her.
Right. So weird, so bizarre, but you know, it's going to play out how it's going to play out. I didn't start it, but I will support my friends, and I'm sorry if that gets on people's nerves, but that's what I do. You know, I am a friend to my friends.
Yes.
I won't turn on them and expose everything about them just because they don't agree with me, or maybe I don't agree with what they're doing.
Exactly.
It's not how it works. It's not how it works in real life. But yeah, I've got, you know, it's bad time to try to switch topics. I swear, I was like, okay, I'm going to work on this Tupac murder case because that's coming up next month. I'm like, these bees won't shut up. My God.
It's really easy to go away from not talking about these fools, and you pick your battles. And that's my advice, Rosalind. Pick your battles. Sometimes it's not.
I will pick my battles, but that silly Kane boy, the little sad dad, you know, also took a swipe at Star. I'm like, dear God Almighty.
Why would you take a swipe at Star?
He took a swipe at me first, but you know, Star got in the mix, and then he took a swipe at her, and I'm just like, this guy. I mean, who are you, and why do I care what you think? Stop it.
Yeah, they tortured Cyber Chick for no. I that's the thing, Legal Tubes. It wasn't weeks, it was months. It wasn't, weeks are inside months, but I guarantee you it was well into what, 3 months that they tortured her, sending people to attack her.
Right.
Just like, wow. Like that behavior.
Right.
Mm.
Well, she'll continue, she can hemorrhage as many, subscribers as she wants by doing all of this stuff. I don't care what she does with her channel. I think there's a place for her. She obviously has a loyal following.
Absolutely.
Cater to them, but you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do this.
No, because what she's trying to do is get divisive within different YouTube creators. She's trying to get people to be divisive, and that's no.
I did hear she's going to have a $499.99 level. So where did she get that information?
Yeah.
Interesting.
When she's saying a lot of the same things.
Oh yeah.
I talked about that a little bit this morning.
Well, I'm going to let you go.
You have a good day.
This train wreck rolling.
And I'll keep it. I will only have another 45 minutes to keep people's interest, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Have a good morning, everybody. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, love Rosalind. Make sure you guys go and sub up to her. I mean, I want to, like I said, I want to see her channel just absolutely explode. That she's put in the work that a lot of people have no idea how much she does, not only behind the scenes, but on the scenes. I mean, she's been talking about quite a bit of different aspects. If I have a question, she doesn't have the answer. She'll go, well, I know who does. Let me put you in touch with them. From her new friend. Take care. Yes, Rosalind, you will have a wonderful day. And we expect it to be nothing more than a good day. All right. Now it's time to get into some of the more boring stuff. But, I did see this stuff came out. Now I will more than likely cover this a little bit more maybe this weekend. I may do a little bit of a gaming stream this weekend. We'll see, because I've got a lot of stuff to do around the house that's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm just going to give you a quick brush over a lot of this here. I just want to make sure I've got it up, because there were 3, no more than 4 filings. Now, a lot of these that came in were just the crazy stuff. Yes, Rosalind is absolutely awesome. That's why we give that. See, you have to understand that these are, Rosalind isn't just, this little hottie over there on the YouTubes that does, shows off her shoulders all the time. No. Rosalind is more than that. She's an absolute kind hearted person. Just like Melissa Jane. Melissa Jane, thank you for warming up my nuts. Wanted to show you some love before I go to bed. Oh, thank you. I feel the love. Feel the love, Melissa Jane. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much for the $2.99 super chat. I heard that the fleas say that we have a pack. A pack of 6-pack? That could be. It could be. It could be. I miss Rosalind. Well, already, Boosh? How can you already miss her? Rosalind uses whole milk, not half of it, but whole milk. Crazy. So, like I said, this is going to be pretty quick, and I'm not gonna read these in detail. I might read them in more detail. Just know that there were 3 filings in the Fed 2 case that came in. There were also a few filings that came in that there was some letters that were kicked back to the address that was given, which means that they're not getting service through the mail, but they do get it through the emails, of course, because that's what happens with it. So these filings came in yesterday in Fed 2. And let me pull this over here so that way I can pull it up and make sure that it's embiggened. So in case you're wondering, it was Hales. This is on Paint Chip's motion on Doc 215. They seek where he seeks extraordinary relief, including additional time, liberal construction of filings, courtesy electronic service, and advance notice of procedural defects. What they seek is neither reasonable nor supported by law. The law is supported. We'll go through a lot of that a little bit later, because this one I think is pretty intense, giving a little bit explanation about his history, and I think that's going to be quite helpful. Basically about his conduct in the case, his conferral with the counsel, and the legal standards. We will go through all of those more than likely this weekend, maybe Sunday. Okay. And what they're requesting in this, and like I said, this is a 19-page document. We will get to it, and sort of give a little bit of a breakdown on my reading of it. It could be wrong, but basically down here, what they're requesting, I think, is the most important part of it. The rest of it is just what they're asking for. What they're asking for is the denial of Paint Chip's motion for reasonable procedural accommodations in its entirety, require the defendant to comply with the federal rules of civil procedure and the local rules of the Northern District of Florida and all applicable procedural requirements without special accommodation, decline to impose courtesy electronic service, automatic time extensions, or advance notice and cure requirements not mandated by federal rules, and any other relief that the court deems just and proper. That's Doc 223. 224 was a mailing return, which we're not going to read over that because there's nothing to see there. It's just saying that old LMNOP is not getting her stuff. So the next one, like I said, this is going to be good. Whenever I get to it, there's quite a bit in here. This is almost as long, but only 14 pages. The response to Doc 212. So you have to remember the Paint Chips got in here and started filing motion after motion after motion after motion, claiming like some of the most outrageous crap that he possibly could. He wants a special appearance motion to strike Doc 212. This is the response. Defendant seeks to strike plaintiff's timely filed opposition brief based on a technical objection to the certificate of service, despite having received actual notice of the filing within 1 day and suffering no prejudice whatsoever. And it should be denied because defendant received actual notice of the response through the court's electronic system on June 16th. Service was complete upon everything that needed to be done. And the statement of facts, receipt of actual notice, you've got the motion in practice, the legal standard, argument, and any discrepancy between certificate and service does not affect their rights. More, and more, and we'll get through that. So what they're asking for, the request on this, is deny Paint Chip's special appearance motion, strike the response in its entirety, deny defendant's alternative request to require a corrected certificate of service and reset affected deadlines, and find that service of the response was complete and effective under federal rules of civil procedure, and find that any alleged deficiency in the certificate of service constitutes harmless error under federal rule of civil procedure 61, and grant other and further relief as the court deems just and proper. Mm-hmm. And then we have, like I said, a lot of documents, another 14-page document. This is the response to defendant Paint Chip's motion for leave to file limited reply, saying that he seeks permission to file a memorandum in a district where replies are ordinarily prohibited except in limited circumstances, claiming extraordinary circumstances exist that warrant departure from the general rule. No such circumstances exist. Defense motion should be denied. And we will go through all of this on Sunday also. To get down to the request for is deny their motion for leave to file limited reply, proceed to rule on defendant's underlying motion to require plaintiff and counsel to show cause based on briefing already submitted, and grant any other such further relief. These were all submitted yesterday. Like I said, we will go through these one by one a little bit later on. But we are going to watch a little bit of Jeremy's response from yesterday. If you haven't seen it, then you're in for some interesting stuff going on with the LMNOP deposition. A little bit more of a dive into the crazy there. And trust me, it is a little bit crazy here. Hold on. I'm having to save files here so I can pull this thing up. There we go. There was some issues with a couple of those. I was able to get those taken care of course, because I am badass like that. But what I wanted to give you was a little bit of enjoyment, because that's what I do before I do a big transition like this into something else. You actually haven't seen it? It's interesting. Quite interesting. So let me pull this thing up for you so that way you guys get to see the coolness of the latest thing that I've put out there. And you can always hype it up. You can always show it some love. You can always, go watch it a few times and let's see if it gains more traction. Any other crazy stuff that could ever possibly be out there on the YouTubes. We like it whenever we get that little bit of boost. All right, here we go. Just in case you're wondering, this is the newest one. This is the newest one right here.
I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. This rotten thing is still hanging over my head. I can't get anywhere with it. The amount of time I'm spending on it, and that's still out there. And I see when people are still talking is bothersome to me. I can't let that go. I also think some of my followers have hit their limit as well. Now granted, just so you know, there are plenty of people who love this. There are plenty of followers who live and breathe for this drama. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. Sorry, sorry, not sorry about, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego. My sorry ass listens to a course bore horror. So anyway, I was getting very frustrated with some things and almost reactivated, and then I was like, let's just day off, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start getting into fights with everybody. Valhalla had messaged me, I guess, when I was on a show and was asking about the Charlie Kirk stuff, and I responded to his email, and then I think I talked about it on whatever show I was on or whatever, and then he followed back with that message when I was on 24 on 20 yesterday. And at first I was like, yeah, I'm gonna respond, but then I was kind of like, why am I responding to this? Like, I kind of got mad about it. I was like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it go. Sorry, not sorry about, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego, because when I'm a LOLcow, I can't let it. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego. My sorry ass listens to a course bore horror. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry about my fragile ego.
Oh man. Thank you, Faves. I appreciate it. Showing some love with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Faves. That is always appreciated. And you all are welcome to do that. Also, it really does support the channel and shows the love. Stacy Nat enjoying it. Sorry, not sorry. Fragile Ego. Yes, that's the name of it. Fragile Ego. Because she does have a very fragile ego. It's craziest stuff I've ever seen on the YouTubes in the past, week? Because there's more. There's more crazy coming. Guarantee it. Plenty more. The only thing missing was her crapping her pants. How do you know? How do you know it's not in there? You have to watch the whole thing. That was funny. Fragile fart. Yes. Yes, it is a fragile fart.
And that my counsel had to suspend or end the deposition at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the deposition.
So the fleas had been out here saying, "Oh no. She didn't leave. Randy ended it with anger." Well, you wouldn't know that because you weren't there. Randy was there. Jeremy was there. Hell, even Saran Wrap was there. The only person that wasn't was Slidette. She was the one that wasn't there. She walked out. She walked out.
Just days before, I stated I was going to be going to Florida for the deposition. And then that very night, Lynette publicly stated in a live chat that she was not coming to the deposition at its scheduled time at 8:30. Interesting, as a federal judge in her bankruptcy case. Remember, all of this is because this is what she initiated. She wanted this. She did this, even though John Cook publicly thanked Deuce, you know, that big nose law, LOL,
yeah, absolutely did do that. Absolutely went after this. And I'm going to put this there so you guys can see what he's saying. And let me go ahead. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit because I want to try to get through this today.
For this genius idea, because the federal judge wasn't listening. In all reality, it was Deuce that has pushed Lynette into bankruptcy and the antis that have placed her in this position, raising money for her fraudulently and never giving it to her. This is going to get good.
Right.
So I did have plans to fly down to Florida for the full deposition, and once Lynette posted that she wasn't even going to be there till after 10 o'clock, she was yet again going to defy the judge's order. She already owes me all legal fees, sanctions as well, for dodging the first deposition in this bankruptcy filing. I went, you know what, I'm not going to waste time, which is more precious than money that I could have wasted as well flying down there. Not to mention...
Yeah, because that would be something that he would have to, that would be included in those fees that she would have to pay. Lindy Lou says, just another YouTube drama. She's not going to last long. She's not normal. Why go on YouTube if you can't take it? Well, this is what happens with quick stardom and quick fame. Whenever there's something about, if you're looking to expose yourself and you're wanting to have that kind of exposure, then you sort of put yourself out there to get exposed. Absolutely. But whenever the internet claps back at you, says, yeah, that's not polite behavior, maybe take it to heart. Touching code for smoking? No. Touching grass, actually reaching out, getting air. That's what it's code for, King Bob. It means get out there and experience real world, not just internet. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to cut yourself off every so often.
It's scorching hot. Who wants to fly for a deposition down to Florida for somebody who's potentially not going to show anyway in this type of heat? Florida.
Yeah, and he's right in this. Like, Why would you want to do that? Good morning, Stacy Schmidt. Good to see you. You don't want to waste, especially if they're saying, I'm going to show up late. Well, and we saw what happened last time. If he would have flown down last time for the deposition, what would have happened? Well, she never would have showed up. That would have been more fines against her that she clearly can't pay. And then again, on top of that, you get that extra cost on you, time away from your business of trying to actually get something done in the amount of time that you flew. You've already burned through how many hundreds of dollars, So what's the point? What's the point of wasting your time if somebody's not going to be there for what they, were ordered to be there for? So I'm with Jeremy on this 100%. Like, do what you get. You got to take care of you, boo.
Indians are even complaining in their garage studios. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why Jeremy wasn't there. Jeremy wasn't there because it's not the most important thing in his life by any stretch, not even by a long shot.
Yep.
So why would I want to go to 110, 115 degrees heat indexed, high humidity with freaks and fools and felons all around? Riddle me that. So once Lynette posted that, I let my lawyer know I'm not going to fly down, even though I already had plans to fly down. I went, there's no point. And I'm very glad that I did not fly to be there in person for the deposition, because again, it would have been a waste of time and money. And frankly, if I would have been there, she would have been screaming even more.
Yep.
And all the stupid things that come out of that putrid, horrific, toothless mouth, right? Okay. So how does everything set up for this deposition? Well, the deposition is court ordered by the federal judge. Lynette is told she will be there in person. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And if she didn't show, she was going to be liable for more fees, which now she ran out of the deposition. Oh, wait, hold a second. Oh, I'm not sure I can say ran. I'm not sure. Oh, no. Walked, skipped, hopped. She left the deposition, meaning that the deposition had to be canceled. It had to be stopped because the participant that was court ordered to be there left. But
yeah. What happens is they, and as you saw, what Randy pled, filed yesterday or day before yesterday, almost immediately. Well, he still had to write it, but it almost immediately he said, "Hey, and we're just going to have to. This is going to have to be continued on. We'll have to get a court order." Ordering her to absolutely be there. More than likely, it will be in front of the judge. More than likely, this will be in front of the judge. The same kind of garbage that happened with Deuce. Yeah. They never will pay these fees, put on them, even if they had the money. Well, that's the thing. If you don't pay, that ends up being jail time. They'll put you cleaning up highways. Yeah. But that's entirely up to them how they want to do. She acted up in Judge Grudge's courtroom, and he let her get away with it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Judge Grudge was removed from that. Hey, Ball Python King, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a bit. Good to see you.
How did we get to that point? Well, the morning started with Randy Shockett, my lawyer, going into the courthouse and noticing that Lynette and Crook and the child are parked in front of the courthouse doors. Now, if Georgia would have been there, this would have been a significant issue by far. But since we are not there and on Zoom instead, shocked that she even showed up at 8:30, which, great, she did. No skin off my back. I didn't waste any time, didn't waste any money. And Randy goes into the deposition room. Now, keeping in mind that Crook has already stated that publicly online again, "Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in that deposition." No, he was never in the deposition. That's completely and totally illegal. He was never, let me be very clear, he was never, ever in the deposition. So I think the main issue, which started immediately, was that Lynette has a 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old, will be 7 in November, Harley Grace, who is still in diapers. This child has no ailment from keeping her from being potty trained, except the ailment is Lynette and Crook. That's the only ailment. Pathetic. Sad. Heartbreaking. She has the inability to break down some proteins, which is managed by diet. And yet, Lynette and Crook are still going through Burger King drive-thrus, getting her, in their own words, Impossible Burgers, which has more protein. Ice cream cones, tremendous amount of protein. I mean, I've already posted this all in the past, all the grams of protein in all of these different areas where they've been seen. And by the way, them being seen, not a problem. Anybody can be a private investigator. Anybody can be a journalist. So we have this whole issue of we have a child next door. And Lynette is going to utilize this as an excuse to have constant interruptions, to constantly stop the flow of a deposition, which you must understand there is a flow of a deposition. Every question that's being asked, the answer is already known. The proof is already there. The evidence is in our hands. It's right there, right? Got it all.
And somebody asked about this the other day. I wouldn't want to use a blue bucket. No, that's very true. Wouldn't want to use a blue bucket at all. So here's something to remember. And somebody asked about this. Well, if they already have the information, why have the deposition? You have to have the deposition so you can show this stuff in court. You have to be able to show all of the evidence in court. And just because you have the evidence, you have to have them verify every single bit of it. And that's why you have the deposition, to get all of that information. All of it. You have to. If you don't get that information, then what happens is it ends up coming in and they say, well, that was never said. She never verified it. It is hearsay. So that's what you're trying to do with a deposition. Somebody asked about that, but that is the point of doing that. And my screenshots are damn awesome. I'm saving that one. Because it's good. All right.
Oh! So it's going to be constant interruptions of, I returned through the roof! My child fell down! The only positive thing about the child and Crook being in the actual courthouse, never, ever being allowed in the actual deposition room, is that child isn't stuck with a Neanderthal missing link vaping in a vehicle for 8 hours. Oh, yeah. Hold a second. Wait. Remember, they don't even know where their next meal is coming from. But Lynette publicly posts that Crook brought...
Well, and again, Mr. Landfill, don't reach out and contact any of these people from things that you hear on the internet. Yes, I'm in 100% agreement with that, but please keep that online. And I know that you're not going to. I'm just giving it out there as a warning. Let this be handled by the proper authorities and the proper reporters on this. Don't reach out to anybody or communicate with anybody involved in this, as it can cause more problems. Thank you. Yeah. And the child's sense of knowledge and ability is going to be a lifelong negative for her. I think that it's going to make her stronger. If the child is cured, you can't use her for a grift. That's very true. That's very true.
A brand new outfit for the deposition. Oh my goodness. They're finally dressing up. Now, I have no idea what she was wearing. No clue.
And Marsh, she homeschools the child. Just that she's already said that that's what she's doing. She's homeschooling the child, so she's not really concerned with that.
All I know is what she's publicly posted, that she had a brand new outfit. It was a gift from John Crook. Here's the thing. This moron, yet again, just told the world, including the federal bankruptcy court, that she now has more gifts coming in. You realize any gifts that have been given to her, that has to be itemized, including clothing. Remember, she put in her bankruptcy filing, she only owned like 1 or 2 rings, even though in every hearing, her hands were just filled with them, right? Gaudy junk. So now she has publicly stated that she got a gift from Crook. Any gifts within the past 2 years, from my understanding of the law, must be claimed in the bankruptcy filing. What an idiot. Goes out and tells the world more stuff that she hasn't claimed. that now we will have for bankruptcy court. She is going to trial. By the way, this deposition is for trial. If you're going, wait, what was this deposition for in the first place? This deposition is about her claiming she has a homestead in Florida. Your homestead, if that's your residency in Florida, you can get a tax break. You pay less taxes. It's not that way in Ohio. It's not that way in a lot of places. But in Florida, it is. Except to have a homestead, which they illegally are claiming a homestead right now in Levy County because they have no home. To have a home, you must actually have a structure that is livable and legal with an occupancy permit. They have neither.
Correct.
The shed doesn't count as a livable and a legal structure, and there is no occupancy permit. Oh, a camper does not constitute a legal or livable structure with an occupancy permit. As a matter of fact, they're breaking the law right now in Levy County. You're only allowed to have that camper on site for so long while you're building, which they claim they're still building, yet they have no permits for any build. Yeah, that's going to go well. What about that tent that Crook lives in? Yeah, that's not going to work either. No,
Yeah, the way that it works in, I'm pretty sure it's the same way in Georgia. For example, I can't just buy a piece of property and put up a tent and call it a home, or set a camper on there and call it a home. It's got to be a permanent, livable structure. Homeschooling out of fear for teachers speaking. Now that is what a lot of people suspect could be the case. A lot of people suspect that could be the case in this.
Aren't livable and legal, and there's certainly no occupancy permit. Now, to get to that place, you have to lay the foundation for the deposition and the questioning, which this will all be then shown in trial. There is a trial already scheduled for this.
Correct.
Now, the trustee who functions on behalf of the federal government has already stated that they agree 100% there is no homestead on the property and they are ready to seize the property. As a matter of fact, they've already offered me the property.
Interesting. Which, if she is homeschooling, where is she getting the money for that? The information you need to teach is expensive. I guess that would be a question. I mean, those are questions that at some point will have to be answered. I don't know. I don't know where that could possibly be coming from, Sandra, at all.
Multiple times. Thus far, I've turned everything down. Why would anybody want to own that HE double hockey stick? Oh, no, wait, I mean a shell hole. It's a shell hole. Why would anybody want to own that shell hole? You know, it's just it's a shell thing over there. Why would anybody want that? Nobody does. Lynette comes into the deposition room, which is right next to the other room where Harley Grace and Crook are. Now, you understand it's not an issue that Crook and Harley are in a courthouse. Children can come into a courthouse. Children should not be pushed, should not be introduced to these kinds of things, which obviously they have said all of this stuff around this child, unfortunately, and despicably. That's a word, just made it up. And
possibly
they obviously cannot be in the deposition. Nobody can be in that deposition except for legal counsel and the parties. So in other words, Randy Shockett, who is my counsel, co-counsel with Dennis Levine. Dennis is not there. And then you have Saran Wrap, who is there on Zoom. No, he did not come in purpose. Why would he? They have never paid him anywhere near for the amount of work that he's had to do and the amount of headaches that Lynette has given him. Oh, I'm sure Deuce promised him the world. And he's finding out real quick he's about to lose the world. Just like Deuce is. Deuce is scrambling like crazy right now. He's in so much trouble. So,
yeah, I would agree with that.
George, Randy, Saran Wrap, Kevin, the attorney on behalf of the trustee.
And I'm with you on this, Boosh. I mean, I would 100% agree with you on that. And by the way, it's good to see you in here, Boosh. This child is going to be so far behind that it shocks me that they haven't seen that kind of behavior. Yeah. Your husband does prime rib at Christmas. Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. A smoked prime rib. Ooh, buddy. A prime rib roast. Oh, yes. Good stuff.
He is also there. And those are the legal parties. Lynette, she's allowed to be in there. From the get-go, I get a faulty Zoom link, unfortunately. So my link isn't working. I get a new link. Saran Wrap gets a new link. Kevin gets a new link. We all get a new link, and we're all there. We're all on Zoom. I'm shocked in the beginning that Randy says, she's here. I went, oh, Okay. I said, well, maybe I should have flown down, but I'm still glad I didn't, because it still would have been a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
What I hear is shoveling and maybe shoveling is the wrong word. What I hear is commotion, shuffling commotion in the background. And there is a deputy who is talking to Randy. I get on and Randy goes, oh, Jeremy, she's here. She's here. I'm like, okay. And he goes, just hold a second. And there's a deputy in there. And the deputy, he says, Randy says to the deputy and to Saran Wrap, she's already interrupting. She's already leaving and going to talk to the child. We're not doing this. This is not going to be a constant interruption. We are not doing anything like we've done before with the deposition. And I'm going, oh my goodness, here we go. I'm already listening to this in
right
the
off the bat.
Right? And I hear a deputy come in, and I recognize the voice. It's Rex. He's bailiff for Judge Grudge, for Grobe. He's the main guy there at the courthouse. I recognize his voice, and I've seen him many times. If you could see his face when Lynette speaks, you would understand what's going on in my mind right now. And I hear Rex, and he comes in, and he goes, all right, everything's going to be cool, right? We're all going to be cordial. Now, you understand he's talking to Lynette and Randy. Now,
Yes.
from what I've heard by the anti-Lynette claim, she went to go get 2 deputies. Well, I only heard one. I did not see 2. I did not hear 2. I heard 1. I heard Rex. That was it. And Rex came in to solidify or to settle Lynette, not Randy. And Randy goes, oh, yeah. He goes, Randy goes to Rex. Randy goes to Rex and goes, we are not having a child coming in here and taking breaks. And this, we are not going to have noises. We're not going to have screaming. We're not going to be doing these potty breaks every 68 seconds. And Rex goes, okay, so you got it all resolved? You got a result? And Randy goes, yeah, we got a result. I'm on the phone with her
Morning, Michael.
lawyer
Welcome.
right now, Jerome. And then Randy goes, okay, Jerome, go ahead.
Thanks,
and they're
Mark.
talking.
Appreciate
and so Randy goes, Jerome, this is not going to work. Jerome is Saran Wrap. This is not going to work. And he goes, I'm going to the judge right now. We're not doing this. She just came in the room. She's already excusing herself, saying she has to go take care of the baby. When we are to be starting this, we're already late. I'm going straight to the judge. And I'm sitting here on the other side going, well, this is why I didn't fly down there in the first place. Because when I told Randy, I was like, well, if she comes late, you're going to go to the judge at 8:30. You're going to go to the judge. I'll be there. You're going to there. We're going to go to the judge. We're going to get, we're going to get orders and bench warrant. And what's the point of me even flying down? You don't need me there for that. So I didn't. So Randy says to Saran Wrap, we are not going to have this child 6 feet away in the next room with all these interruptions. And you have to understand that the issue isn't the child. This is probably the safest place for her with Crook. As a matter of fact, Lynette then comes in and you hear Lynette starting to talk about Crook. And she goes, so Randy says to Saran Wrap, we are not doing this. There's absolutely no reason. He says there is no reason to have a child 6 foot away in the room next door with a deposition. And Lynette goes, yes, there is. She has epilepsy and can't have anyone else administer her emergency medication into her. She goes on about her back and butt where it meets into her thing. Room B something. It is not her normal thing in the front. And Randy goes, we are not doing this again. And then Lynette, and what I hear next just blows my mind. She starts talking about Crook being an actual busser. All right, put the S on the first word, and then figure out the enunciation of a busser. YouTube doesn't like certain words. These are words that are very, very volatile, and I'm not going to say them. But she starts talking about Crook that way. And she says, my ex-husband of actual busser. And she says it twice. My ex-husband of sexual busser. It's not happening. And Randy goes, I'm not talking to you, ma'am. You have a lawyer here. And then Saran Wrap goes, Michelle, please do not speak. We haven't even started yet. This is how it's going. She's throwing Crook under the bus, saying that he's an actual busser. And that's why she has to be right there for the child, because she has epilepsy. Where do all of these ailments and illnesses come from? I mean, every month it's something new, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Every month. It's an emergency for Crook. Now she has to pay for that. It's an emergency for the child now because Crook is an actual busser. Now.
Well, French, here's the thing, and I'll be very clear. Because I don't know how it is in France, but here in the United States, that child is underage. One. That's the most important thing to remember, is the child is underage, and we don't have the right that child has right to privacy. So we should never see any of that. That would be up to the guardian of that child to release that kind of stuff. And please, I would suggest that they don't release those things. And if something like that was ever submitted into a court case, that's not something that we would be privy to or should be privy to. And I respect that for the kids. Side eyes, good to see you. We fostered a 16-year-old who was still in the 8th grade when she came to us. It all happened because she never went to school consistently until a part of the system. So sad. It is. It absolutely is. And kudos to you, taking care of fosters. One of our friends took care of a couple of different fosters. They have 3 kids of their own. 2 of them are out of the house, and they were feeling a little bit of wanting to have they enjoyed having kids around, and they brought at different times they brought 2 different fosters in, and those kids have gone on to go to college, and it is a lot of work because you don't know the bad situation that these kids are coming from and the things that might already be taught to them. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So, blessings for that. Seriously.
She's going to have to pay for this as well. I get it. She has no money. You're not going to get blood from a stone. It's not the point. The point isn't from getting blood from the stone. The point is getting them out of our lives. Hope you understand that. It's the principle. It's not a payday. Now, any money that she gets from everything seized, obviously, a portion of that is coming back to me. So anything that I spend will be coming back, but it's a very limited portion. It does not pay for anything. And it definitely doesn't pay for all the turmoil and the shell we've been put through. Right? Okay. So Jerome and Randy, Saran Wrap and Randy, they're talking, and he goes, listen, Saran Wrap goes, let me just talk to her. He goes, are you opposed to the child being in the courthouse? And Randy goes, no, that's not the issue. The issue has never been the child being there. The issue is the constant interruptions and the excuses, because if the child is there, then Lynette's going to run out. You can't do that. This is an official legal hearing. She is to be of decorum as if she's in front of the judge right now.
Right.
Do you think they're going to let that 6-year-old inside the courthouse for the hearing?
Seriously, no.
There is going to be a hearing in Tallahassee, I believe it is. There is going to be a hearing on this. This is the deposition before the hearing. You think they're going to let that child in there? And what parent in there?
Well, and that's the thing. It's this deposition. This deposition was supposed to take 8 hours. A deposition is supposed to take 8 hours. Yet she's saying that the child can't be trusted with Crook. Why? Just why would you want to be around that?
Right mind would ever let a child in these situations and circumstances in the first place. Remember, she had a beautiful home in Northport, but she came to move to a dump, for the health of her child, which isn't hers. Isn't it amazing that this child seems to have no real health issues living in a dump? Could you imagine how healthy she would be in Northport in a beautifully remodeled home? Near family, actual real family. At this point in time, Saran Wrap is back on Zoom and is talking with Randy. And he goes, okay, I think I got it all sorted out with her. I told her no interruptions. They can't come to the door. You're okay with them being next door. But there's to be no interruptions, not a single one. And we're all happy. That's the point. Deposition, no interruptions. You don't get to do whatever you want to do. You're under the control and the authority of the court. So Saran Wrap comes back on and says, I got it all figured out with her. Everything's going to be okay. And he goes, but we have to take a break at 11 today anyway, right? And Randy goes, no. Now, you may be thinking, hold a second, why would we take a break at 11? Well, there was a scheduled status hearing for bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. And so Jerome thought that there was going to be a status hearing in bankruptcy today at 11 o'clock, which was canceled quite a while ago. You want to know why it was canceled? Saran Wrap didn't file his paperwork.
He's done that. He does that quite often. Doesn't file the paperwork. My point is she made that statement about him. Why is she leaving him with the child? Yet then she goes and changes her statement online once she leaves the courthouse. Yeah, and that has been a pretty consistent thing, that she will change things once it gets called out. Yeah, that has been her MO. It's like, which lie is the truth? I guess they're only lying half the time. I guess is the best way to put it.
Shocking. I know. So Saran Wrap gets the 11 o'clock status hearing canceled for not doing the proper paperwork, which again, we could blame that on Lynette as well, because he can't do the paperwork without Lynette giving the information. And Randy goes, no, we are not stopping at 11. That's all been canceled. We move forward no matter what. This is all day till 5 o'clock. He goes, we'll take bathroom breaks when people need to take bathrooms, but not when a 6-year-old next door needs to take a bathroom, when we, those in attendance, need to take a bathroom. This child should not be involved in any of this. She could be wherever she wants as long as it's legal. Again, probably the safest place for her, inside that courthouse with deputies around, because Neanderthal Missing Link Crook is there, and Lynette. This is probably the safest place for her, probably the temperature-wise safest place for her, and everything else. Again, the issue of her being in the courthouse is not an issue. The issue of the constant interruptions that will happen are the issue, as everybody has seen in the past. The child has been in the camper during depositions when nobody is to be in any room whatsoever. Legally, people can't even hear what's being said in the deposition. So if Crook's got his ear up to the wall, that'd be illegal. Saran Wrap goes, are you sure? Randy goes, absolutely. I'll pull the email up right now. This is all canceled. We are not stopping at 11. And Saran Wrap is so confused. And I'm sitting there going, this is the lawyer that they paid. Wait, this is the lawyer they didn't pay. This is the lawyer that Deuce and Fleesa scammed their viewers out of over $6,000.
Is not filing the paperwork a lawyer trick or just laziness? Forgetfulness, laziness. It could be a number of things. Thought that they filed it, gave it to their paralegal to file, and their paralegal didn't file it. It's not always a lawyer's trick, and it won't delay anything. What happens is say for a perfect example of this is if an attorney goes on vacation. Okay, they've already, usually whenever an attorney goes on vacation, they'll file with the court that they're not available at a specific dates. They'll say, I'm not going to be available for these dates. And they'll notice the court in all of their court hearings. If you have like most attorneys have, they don't just have one client, they'll have multiple clients. So say, for example, you've got a trial that you're going to be in, and you know that you're going to be focused on that. You can basically notice the court for a leave that you won't be there. So that way they don't double book you on a trial day. Judges do the same thing. They basically have it in their calendar. So what happens is you file that to say, hey, I can't be there during this time. Say for example, it's vacation. I'm going to be gone from June 10th to the 20th. I'm going to be gone for 10 days. So what you do is you block those off. So that way the court doesn't have any substantive filings, no trials, nothing like that. Now, if your paralegal forgets to file that paperwork in just one of your court cases, which I've seen happen recently, they forget to file it, you are still required to show up. Whenever that notice comes out, it will notice that you've got this specific court date, and you will have to take time out of your vacation to be there for that court date, because you can't just delay it forever. Sometimes you can reach out to opposing counsel and say, hey, can we move this to another date? And then you can reach out to the court and say, hey, we're not going to be here for this date, and you can get it postponed to another day, and they'll open up their calendar for it. And I'll say recently my wife had one of these where they required her to be there. So all she had to do, it was just a status conference. So she showed up. She showed up for that on via Zoom. She was allowed to do that. Showed up and took care of that. She's had other ones where she's tried to do the Zoom and they say, nope, you're going to have to be here in person. So she had to take time out of her day and drive for, multiple hours just to get there for a 10-minute, status conference. I mean, it happens all the time. So no, it's not uncommon for these things to happen. It just didn't, the paperwork for whatever reason didn't get filed. It doesn't delay anything. It just means that they reschedule it for a different day. It's a status hearing that they're supposed to schedule. And he just made that mistake. It happens. Good morning, Sandra. How you doing? Lovely, lovely lady.
Claiming that they were going to hire one lawyer that was going to be the savior for all the cases, Ohio, Florida, federal. She is now losing everything in her life. Not half of the property. The trustees already offered me the property. The entirety of the property. Nobody wants that. All right. So Randy and Jerome go back and forth about this 11 o'clock status hearing in bankruptcy. And Jerome finally goes, oh, here it is. Yeah, it is canceled. It's canceled. And I'm going, I cannot believe this. I literally cannot believe this. Lynette Crook didn't even pay for this lawyer. People got frauded to pay for this lawyer, and this lawyer doesn't even have a clue what's going on for his client this day.
That's
which
scary.
I can understand completely, because remember, they only gave him $6,000. He probably burned through that within the first week, and he had no idea what he was getting involved in with Lynette, with Crook, with Deuce, with all these idiots. Probably constant badgering by Felicia. Protect me, protect me. My name better not come out. I'm more of a creditor than Jeremy Hales. Okay, let's see. Lynette owes me money in Ohio legal cases, lawyer fees. Lynette owes me money in Florida. Yeah, thumbnail case, frivolous case, owes me all legal lawyer fees. Lynette owes me money now in the federal bankruptcy court. She dodged her deposition. But yeah, that fat toothless flea. She's more of a creditor than me, huh? There is no stopping at 11 o'clock. Now that it's agreed upon what is okay and what isn't okay with the child in the courthouse, Randy states to Saran Wrap that this is a major concern with them being next door, because during any bathroom break, she's going to talk to Crook, and Crook is going to be on the phone with Felicia, and things are going to be posted online, and that is illegal. By the way,
yes,
if Lynette goes talks to Crook, Crook talks to Felicia, Felicia posts it online, who gets charged for it? Not Felicia, not Crook, Lynette. And we're at the point where they're looking at some serious problems and serious consequences. You're looking at jail time, which we've already seen old Vomit do to.
In this case, can they deem her unfit to stand trial? No. That's the thing. I'll give you a little rundown because you may not know. This is a bankruptcy that the person filed the bankruptcy, the plaintiff in this case, which would be Lynette. She is the person that filed for this. Same way as she's the person that filed in the thumbnail case. She's also the same person that filed in the trespass case. So her being deemed unfit to stand trial, this is a case that she brought, and she would have to provide some sort of proof of that, which would more than likely result in multiple things happening. They could easily have her put into a facility, I guess would be the way to do it. But yeah, she couldn't be deemed unfit to stand trial for this, because this is something that's on her. But hope that explains it. I think she was trying to delay till the 11 a.m. meeting, planning to get the judge some sob story to get out of the depot, and she panicked and left when it did not work. That's a possibility. Maybe she thought that she was only going to have to be there for a short period of time and she could delay it. I don't know. That is a very interesting question though, Chris. I like that. That's what we like, critical thinking here. Because that's always a possibility. She thought she was only going to have to be there till 11 whenever they were going to have the status hearing. That might have been what Paint Chips told, not Paint Chips, but Saran Wrap told her was, hey, you only have to be here till 11. We'll be able to will be able to stop, at 11. So she wasn't expecting it to go for very long. That's crazy.
To somebody as well, right? All right, this stuff, I suppose it's crazy. All right, so Kevin is in there, the attorney for the trustee as well. There's some communication between Kevin and Randy and myself, and Jerome Saran Wrap is in there as well, talking about the last offer that was for the property, and oh, maybe we'll revisit it. And nobody wants to turn purgatory. Nobody. That place should be burned and condemned. Oh wait, it already was condemned. That comes up in the deposition. All right. So basically, in a nutshell, there's all that communication, and we start to get things back on track. And Randy says to Saran Wrap, listen, and Kevin and myself, we're going to get on the record in about 10 minutes here. And she's already bought herself 24 minutes of time. Now, you understand legally, you're only allowed to depose in a single day for so many hours. This is the first delay of what was intended to be very many, no doubt whatsoever. And so this has already killed 24 minutes at this point in time in the deposition, as Randy literally says she's already killed 24 minutes. Randy goes on to tell myself and the other lawyers there that all the exhibits are going to be digital, and he's emailing them right now as we're waiting for Lynette to come back into the actual deposition room. So everything is going out, and this is going to be an audio only. And I know some of you right now, you're thinking, no, Jeremy, why didn't you buy the video? It's not worth it. These people have cost me so much money already. What's the point, right? What's the point? What's valuable is getting them out of our lives, not getting the actual video. Now, there is an audio recording. Can somebody say puppet show, or should we say Muppet show? We'll see what happens. Okay.
You need to let me know on this one, Jeremy. I want to bring my Muppets in. I got some Muppets. I'm telling you. Let me know. I'll be there for that. LMOP's issue is she doesn't want to be questioned. She thinks you are just to believe everything she spews. Well, but see, that becomes a big issue, because she contradicts herself on a regular basis. So what is there to believe?
So all of the exhibits are emailed to everybody who's in. That's the attorneys and myself. And Lynette is going to be given them, in front of her face. Boom, here it is. It's not that she's going to actually look at them. And that became a major problem during the deposition, is she wouldn't even make eye contact. She wouldn't even look at exhibits. We will get to that, though. So once Lynette actually comes back into the room, we go on the record, and Randy says, okay, this has already been a 30-minute delay, right? That's been caused by your statements to Lynette. And Randy goes, let me lay the law of what's going to happen here. Randy says, here's what's going to happen. The exact opposite of what happened in your last deposition. Unfortunately, it was pretty much like the last deposition, except shorter. She ran. She left. Whether you want to call it running, walking. Remember, she has no spine. So I don't know how she even walks, let alone runs, or picks up 2 gallons of milk. Yet she can chuck toolboxes full of heavy metal steel tools like nobody's business, probably further than I could. Randy says the exact opposite of what happened last time. That's what's going to happen today. You are not going to interrupt me at all. We are not doing any interruptions for your child. When I ask a question, you wait. You wait until the question is complete. Then you answer. Once the question's been asked, you pause, you answer when it's done. Is that clear? Lynette's on a roll. She goes, very clear, sir. Okay. Randy literally tells her, that's a good example. That was really good. Positive reinforcement, right? That's exactly what you're to do. Listen, wait, then answer. All right. Randy then goes on to say, there's a couple things that your attorney and I have actually agreed to today. And one of them is we are not repeating what happened last time. Everybody agrees. That ain't going to happen.
Well, and she's extremely manipulative, unfiltered, unruly, and was wondering how courts deal with people like her. Well, they've got experience. They've got experience in dealing with people like her. Oh, excellent, Gwen. Gwen the Fair says, okay, nap and cuddle time. Awesome. Awesome. She is incapable of following any rules. She's capable of following them. She just chooses not to. Capability and capability is not questioned there.
There's going to be no more interruptions. There's going to be nothing with the child, nothing with Crook, nothing. This is a court federal court ordered deposition. Okay. And he goes on, there will be nothing with the child. There's going to be no child interruptions. And Randy specifically says, unless there is some blood or emergency, any interruptions by Crook or the child at this door, we are going straight to the judge. Mm-hmm. And we are asking for additional attorney fees. Now, she owes me tens of thousands of dollars. She owes me more money right now in legal and attorney fees than she could ever get for her property. Okay. And he goes, we're going to file sanctions against you, and especially because you have just been warned ahead of time. Is that clear? Lynette was just asked a yes or no question, correct? Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Lynette can give a yes or no answer?
Mm-mm.
No. Lynette goes, yeah, it's clear, but I didn't do anything when I came in here. I didn't do anything last time. Ooh, boy. Randy goes on to say, number 2, we're very glad to accommodate the child and any needs she may have. To that being said, Jerry, there will be no breaks for that child at any point in time. But if anybody in this Zoom meeting needs a break, whether it's a bathroom, all you got to do is say, hey, I need a break. That's it. As long as there's no pending question, then we can take a break. So let's say Randy asks a question, what's your name? By the way, that was one of the first questions, which there's 40 plus answers, aren't there? Mm-hmm. If she doesn't answer and there's a pending question, you can't just take a break in the middle of a pending question. It has to be answered. There's a stopping point. Okay, now we can take a bathroom break. But there's more to what was agreed upon. So he goes, the last thing we agreed upon, that when we take a break, you will have no communication with John Crook whatsoever. Is this clear? She goes, absolutely clear.
Okay. Yep, that's normal.
So Randy goes, if we see anything online, anything posted online about depositions, claims, anything at all, we're immediately going to the judge. This is illegal. She will be held accountable. Now, you understand why this is being stated, because information has been passed and on to Fleesa, and Fleesa has posted this illegally in the past. Right? So this is on the record. This is all being said. Anything is posted. We have people watching. You are going to be immediately in front of the judge.
Crazy, huh? Well, and you might ask, well, how is he able to talk about this? Well, during deposition is what they're referring to. What he's referring to is during this deposition, because what happened last time, during her deposition, things were being posted online, what was happening in real time in the deposition. Okay. So whenever you're seeing this, it's not wrong for her to talk about what happened in the deposition after the deposition is concluded. Same way as Jeremy can talk about it. After the deposition is concluded, he's able to talk about these things. During the time that you're doing the deposition, you're sitting in that room. What happened was, I believe it was Ohio, and you guys can correct me on this if I'm wrong. During the Ohio deposition, the flea was giving updates real time of what Lynette was wearing, what she was saying, reactions. She was giving all the information that would not be normal during a deposition. Real-time updates. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And Randy's confirming they want to make sure none of this is out. For example, there would be no way that anybody would know what's going on in that deposition unless they're in that deposition themselves. So it would have gotten Jeremy in trouble if, while he was in that deposition, listening to the deposition, to be streaming that out, to be posting pictures, to be telling people what was happening in the deposition real time. That would have gotten him in trouble. That's what they're trying to say. Yep, on Ray's channel.
And she goes, well, where is it in my notes? 1 second here. Okay, if you're oh, and Randy goes, she goes, I've never posted anything. I didn't put anything online. I never did it. Not me. Where do you think
And that's not what he said.
What a fool. And Randy goes on to say, that includes your attorney. You are not to discuss anything about the deposition with your attorney when we take a break. Okay? Is that clear?
And this is also important. During a deposition, you cannot be discussing what's going on in the deposition with your attorney. You don't want the attorney feeding you questions. You need to be answering these as best as your recollection is. Because the deposition is of you, not of your attorney. If they wanted to depose the attorney, then they would depose the attorney. They need your responses, because your responses are what's going to be in court. I don't know. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to Ray. It might be a good idea if he does, though. You know, if it's causing him that kind of distress as he purports to have, then he should.
She goes, I'm not allowed to talk to my attorney. He goes, no, not about a deposition. You're not allowed to talk to your attorney about your deposition. You can talk to your attorney about anything else on break, but you cannot talk to your attorney about a deposition. And she goes, you're making it sound like I can't speak to him at all. He goes, no, for the second time, I'm going to repeat it. When we take a break, and if you need, I'll have the court reporter read it back to you. You may not talk to your attorney about anything with the deposition. Okay. Is that clear? And Randy goes, and he's here. He's listening right now. Which then Saran Wrap goes, Randy, can I speak on the record very briefly? And he goes, Michelle, which by the way, her legal name is Lynette. She actually admits that under oath. Her legal name is Lynette Michelle. I forget her original name. She goes on to say that she became a Christian. We'll get to this later. And that's why she has so many names, that she added them and she changed them legally. No, her birth certificate. By the way, I saw this. Fleesa said her birth certificate has all of her names on. No, it doesn't. Her legal name is Lynette Michelle. What her parents' name was. Under oath. Can we say we just debunked the stunk? Yeah, that thing stunk, all right. All right, so we go on. Is that clear? And Saran Wrap says, let me look through my notes here. So he goes, I've spoken to Mr. Shockett regarding how this is all going to proceed. He goes, I would put it in different words to you, but these are the rules of a deposition, what he laid out for you. You cannot speak to me about the deposition when we're on break. Saran Wrap goes on to explain to her, we can talk all about the deposition after the deposition. It is illegal to talk about the deposition during the deposition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While he's doing this, Lynette is actually interrupting Saran Wrap. This is the onset of interruptions, and this happens throughout the entire limited time of this deposition, interrupting literally everybody. And Randy points out, you see what you just did there? You're actually interrupting your own counselor, your own attorney. Let people finish what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the ground rules are set there, but Randy's got to set the actual deposition ground rules. He set the ground rules that he and Saran Wrap agreed to for Lynette to be in this position that she's in this deposition without going to the judge, which Randy was immediately ready to go to the judge. We're sick and tired of this. This is not a game. And yet it's been made into a full-out circus. As a matter of fact, at one point during this conversation in the beginning, Saran Wrap actually called her a circus. All right. Randy goes on to say, Miss Preston, you're under oath, as you were last time.
Right, Diane.
And by the way, you need to face me. You need to face me. So Randy's going on and on. Lynette won't even look at him. Okay? Won't even make eye contact. And Randy goes, you have to face me. He goes, the reason why we do this, we take depositions. We need to know if you're a credible witness. We need to know if you have a credible story or not.
Thank you, Angie. And you're not late. You're right here exactly at the time you were supposed to be here. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. My friend's son has his, what is that? Has a PKU and can still be managed with medication and diet. His son is 13, has since he was 5. He has a severe case of PKU. He's living a normal, happy life. Absolutely, Lindy. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lindy.
Need to know if you're telling the truth. And one of the ways we do that is we look at the nonverbals. We look at you while you give answers, which means you have to look at us. And she finally faces him. He says, thank you. Thank you. She looks at, makes eye contact, right? He goes, I'm going to be asking a series of questions. I've heard him do this so many times through all these cases that I think I have it memorized at this point. his spiel before a deposition. I'm going to be asking you a series of questions, and you're going to be answering these all under oath. Do you understand that this is a court record? She says yes. She might have said, yes, sir.
Morning, Marlo.
Saying, yes, sir. I was like, I may never march in the infantry. Shoot. Okay. But I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir. Some of you remember that song, right? And that's what Lynette was starting to, but it was very, very snide. Very, very, very. Yes, sir. That's what she's doing, okay? And Randy goes, you have an attorney with you this time, which is very different than last time. She goes, yeah. And Randy goes, even though you're not in a courtroom, we're not in a federal court, we are in a state court right now in Levy County. These deposition answers, these are subject to the same penalties of the law and perjury as if we were in the courtroom. Keep in mind, this deposition is a court proceeding. All the same rules apply. All the same consequences, all the same penalties. Do you understand that? Yes, Lynette. Snookly, yes. With no teeth, though. All right, do you understand that your testimony is going to be recorded by a court reporter today? Yes! And do you understand that your testimony, while you give it, and while I ask questions, if you have any hesitation, something I asked is unclear to you, just wait until, this is extremely important, just wait until the question is finished. And if it's unclear, ask me to clarify the question. Don't guess at its meaning. All we want is the truth. Randy says this every single time. We're all here for the same thing. We all just want the truth. Boy, did Lynette's mom name her the right name. It all began with the
Mary,
lie.
good to see you.
Okay. And you also understand that if I ask a yes or no question, all you need to do is answer with a yes or no. And nodding your head or shaking this way or the other thing, that doesn't work. There's a court reporter. The court reporter has to hear your verbal answer. The court reporter has to take down your actual words for the transcripts, which the transcripts are already on order. And he goes, and I'm recording your answers as well. Now, he's doing it the same way I was doing it with pen and paper. And the insanity up to this point already, I mean, we are 45 minutes to an hour already deep into this deposition and just finally getting started. Based on what Lynette has done.
Crazy.
By the way, Lynette told Saran Wrap, and Saran Wrap stated this in the beginning, that Crook and the child were going to be outside in the truck, the Jeep Gladiator, that she's not going to own for very long. Not much longer at all. Saran Wrap literally stated that they were supposed to be outside, not inside.
Well, and that's always a possibility, but here's a perfect example. Look at how her children are now. Are they just like her? I don't think they are. Once you can get away from it and see how your life can be so much better, I don't see that she's going to be the same. Dogs are so smart. Our shepherd woke your husband up because the air froze up and was over 80 in the house. Oof. Oh, that's no fun. That's no fun. I hate when that happens. Oof.
I'm glad the child was inside protected in the right temperature with the right people to protect her, especially after Lynette said what she said about Crook, her ex-husband, the actual abusser. So Randy goes on to say, this is standard as well. Ms. Preston, are you on any medications? Do you have any medical issues that would affect your recollection or how you actually answer these questions today? Would it affect your ability to recall events, to concentrate during the deposition? And you know what her answer is? No. You understand from the get-go, Lynette tells Randy she has no medical issues. She is not on any medications that would affect her ability to recall anything.
Morning, Nancy.
And yet, a mere 30 minutes later, she tells Randy she has PTSD from when she was a child and her brain doesn't work to recall anything. So she was already asked this question. She says, nope, there's no issues whatsoever. 30 minutes later, now all of a sudden she has a medical issue since the age of a child, like 6, 7, PTSD, can't recall anything. And then 30 minutes after that, she goes on about, I remember everything about an hour-long conversation with the Levy County engineer about turd purgatory. And this is just the beginning. The first lie is already on the record.
And he will probably have another one come out yet again today. Yet again today. He will probably have another video because they haven't even gotten into what was being said during that part of the deposition. You guys, I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out and join me and Mo tomorrow. Tomorrow morning will be on Mo's stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a stream tonight. I may be working on a video. We will see. We will see how the night progresses. If I do one, it will be a late stream. I don't know yet. Shizzy might call Lord, but thank you for today and see you later. Take care. But most definitely tomorrow morning, we'll be over on Mo in the Deep Ends early on. And I'm going to send you guys over to Mo's. If you're on the Rumble side, you will be sent over to Mo's also. Let's get her Rumble channel up and running, get some views in there if you're able to. And I will make sure I've got this. Yes, I know that I have it set up for you guys to go over there, but I'll double check, make sure that it is set up. And there's more crazy stuff, If I do one in the evening, I'm not sure. I'll either be going over the court documents or something of that sort. So just want to make sure that you guys know tomorrow morning, go over to Mo's. We will be there. Most likely, no guarantees, but we do love it whenever Volstorm's able to be there. If he's able to make it in for that, that would be awesome for you guys to be there. And then, of course, we will be doing a Friday night. Over on mine. But yeah, I've got you guys set up to go over there. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we will see you. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and possibly tonight. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. And I'm out. Peace.
It's the only mentally challenged one here.
Ooh, baby. Morning's here again. So let's do this, sugar. And no cream. Wake up slow, take that first sip. Shizzy's got 'em slipping, losing their grip. His moves so smooth to start your day. What you gonna do? Oh, you know the way. You know Papa don't flinch, don't blink. Ooh, baby, he's sharper than you think. Morning Whiz, take it in. Shizzy's got a whole new spin. Fools keep falling, truth's on fire. Papa Nut just lit the pyre. Oh no, they tried to come for him. Look at those fools looking so dim. They poke, they scratch, they beg, they plead. But I'm right here, waiting for my daddy to lead. Pour it black, shake off the night. Shizzy's teasing, get me going just right. Morning Whiz, start the show. Sip it slow, let it flow. Fools are crying, game's been set. Ooh, baby, they ain't seen nothing yet. Now that's a morning sugar. Coffee's hot and burning. And Shizzy Daddy, oh, he's just getting started. Come on, Daddy, get me some of that something.
Oh my God, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.